Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Broken Lords on Endless. Welcome back to Hive Planet here. Alright, so we need to make with the violence. Pink has settled us into a corner, and I think we've done an okay job of exploiting our little corner here. But the fact is, they're going to starve us out pretty effectively if we don't do something. Unfortunately, we have a lot of infrastructure that still needs building. We have a lot of things that we need to do. But we're going to lose the game if we don't push back. So we're going to be trying to buy units out of Matanch while building units out of Rothgalore, and Urino has to focus on actually getting its stuff together. Alright, what are we doing happiness-wise? 43%. Okay, so we don't have a minor faction assimilated yet. We have access to Saratan and Hernas. I think both of these are interesting units for us in that Broken Lords don't have a really powerful ranged unit by default. The Dust Bishop is a fine unit, is a fine support unit, but it really doesn't pump out the damage. It has extremely low base attack like we talked about before. So assimilating one of our minor factions would be okay. We have 3 Saratan villages and I believe 2 Herna villages, we have 3 Herna villages, but none of them are functional right now. So we could end up with either plus 15% attack or plus 15% defense on all of our units. Unfortunately, assimilation costs a non-trivial amount of influence, and influence is very precious to us right now until we can get a hold of the Center of Influence facility. So it might be something that has to wait. Alright, these Forager 3s aren't too scary. Teddicays are a little bit of an issue. You'll notice 95 attack, 49 damage, and free counter. They have a short range, ranged attack, and free counter, which makes them kind of a huge pain in the ass to fight. Alright, this settler must be headed to... I can't remember what the full name of this region is. Amuntia, maybe? But anyway, there's really nowhere else that settler could be going. So let's see if we can maybe have some words with him. Now, I don't know if we can take all 5 of these units. Do I have the... No, I do not have the money to buy it. I just barely don't have the money to buy this guy out. Which means that he won't be able to be built next turn either. Next turn we'll do the buyout, but that'll mean he gets built on the turn after, which means we won't have access to him until the settler is all the way past us. Well, we might have to try something a little bit risky. I usually don't pick up sewer system. Sewer system is not much worse than the market for the purposes of making your cities happier. But it is worse in the sense of it's worse at giving you extra payouts. Yeah, he's going to merge these up. Okay, well at least he's taking it kind of slow with the settler. We actually might be able to... So 3 stalwarts and a hero. Man, 40 attack is rough. We have 37 initiative thanks to the fact that we're wearing glass steel, but that makes us tremendously slower. Basically, we're not getting any benefit from the fact that we have glass steel on because these guys have so much initiative. If your opponent has more initiative than you do, even with the glass steel on, glass steel is just strictly worse than titanium. So this is a real bummer. We gotta get our titanium mine up. Let's prioritize this highly. I know we need the dust, though. Shoot. And buying out citizens means that, or buying out military units means we're not buying out citizens. So gearing up for war is costing us population. Okay, he's running back anyway. Pink hasn't closed their borders to us yet. We could... Samuntia, you know what? I think this region is called Samuntia. We could get over there maybe still and settle it. I mean, we really need to get our military in place, though. And we need ships. We need a lot of things. Yeah, ships would be very helpful. This is all tucked away, and it looks like it might be easy for us to access, but we don't know really what the deal is with the rest of the sea region. It could be that the other fortresses are near the other side of the continent. Like this ocean region could span the entire width of the ocean. And my point is, basically, if that's the case, then making ships is going to be a little bit less helpful for us. What do I want these guys to do? Let's try to feel out his cities a little bit. So these guys are on track for buyout. Next turn will be 1 dust short. I can reassign a citizen from somewhere to dust. Doris has 5 units, but not a lot of fortification. Our fortification damage is extremely poor. Bring a settler to these ruins to get to the Ward of the Cocoon, which is fine. It's an okay shield. It's no break wall. So do I want to? So Samuntia would be an easy target for Pink. It's not that it's not easy for us to defend it, but we kind of do just need more land. All right, we need 1 more tech from this era to push up our faction quest. Is that right? Yeah. So it could be boarding vessels, or it could be pillage, basically. We're definitely not researching advanced alloys. Riders are not bad units. Maybe it should be riders. I don't research these guys that often because I think the stalwarts are overall a pretty good unit. So if you're curious, charge causes you to gain bonus attack for each space that you move that turn, and life drain does what it sounds like it does. It causes a small amount of damage to the enemy and a small amount of healing to the rider, and I believe it happens before the attack. So it can sometimes kill low health enemies without them being able to hit you back. Pillage would be really useful, though. I think we're going to get pillage. We're going to get pillage, and we're just going to get pickup fire ships for pushing on the ocean. So let's research pillage and start pillaging his like titanium and his minor faction villages. Oh, I put that guy on dust so that I would be able to buy out this unit, and then didn't. I mean, it doesn't slow us down very much because we already were not going to be able to fill up our army in time, but bummer. So these guys are 700 something. Okay. I'm wondering if maybe I should just queue the guy up in Matanj, let him accumulate a small amount of industry naturally, plan to buy him out, and have Rothcolor start building other stuff, start moving forward. I guess Rothcolor doesn't really have that much else that it needs to do, though. We need those, but they're not urgent. Yeah, we'll build him naturally. This way we'll be able to rededicate our dust to other things. Not much sense in going anywhere since we're going to want this stalwart to join that army up anyway. So where do I want to attack first? Also, it's worth noting that if we can't push with a single army at this point in the game, we're in a lot of danger. We are in grave danger. Alright, yeah, let's get these sewer systems working. Let's keep buying citizens, keep engineing up. We have to fight a war while improving our ability to fight wars, because we do not have all day. Okay, Jocelyn Duval is coming along. This will get us some. This will get our glass steel and our dye a little bit faster. It's not actually super relevant. Mostly the reason we're doing that is because we want to get to dust trickery. Gotta climb that tree. Alright, so do I want to just buy out the sewer system? Moving us from, it gives exactly enough approval to move the city from content to happy, meaning that we will be getting plus industry in the city, and so it might speed up the Dust Bishop while also providing other benefits. It will not be enough to push our empire. Will not be enough to push our empire approval level up a rating, though. No, let's save up to either rush out the Dust Bishop, probably, or to maybe buy a hero for Arena, because we still do need to think about that. Or just, maybe it's just citizens. Yeah, let's just keep pushing population. Alright, well, now that we have pillage, I'm definitely going to start up on pink with pillaging. This is a closed borders. Okay. Annoyingly timed. And we have acquired the Quivering Circlet. This is what I was talking about earlier. The reason that we want Broken Lords as governors in our cities. Plus 7 industry, plus 7 dust, plus 7 science on the city. At the low cost of 50, a one-time equip cost of 50 dust. Lord Peyton Quinn probably should have had this equipped on him by now. There's always so many things going on, and there's even more in a recording session, because I'm also trying to talk all the time, that I just space on stuff. Alright, well, that's annoying, but we can still pillage stuff that's on the border from our side of the border. Our structure damage is high enough now that we'll at least be able to get 2-turn pillages on a lot of this stuff. Colonize a new region, settling in an area providing at least 13 dust, they say. Okay, well, that's non-trivial. Probably want prisoners, slaves, and volunteers, reducing our buyout costs. I think that it's fairly uncontroversial. But maybe I want fire ships first? Nah. I know I'm taking forever on the capturing of this thing, but I'm like really worried about our war effort. Prisoners, slaves, and volunteers directly affects how well we're able to make war. This is gonna suck. Alright, well this guy should be getting pretty close to buyout territory. I would like to have launched my initial assault earlier than this. 48 dust and 15 quicksilver. That's pretty cool. I would. It would be cool if we had enough quicksilver to actually pop a booster, but I'll take 15, I guess. Alright, well, we may as well come over here and pick this dude up. Ah, yes, you do also get XP for pillaging. It's another important reason to do it. One thing that's always going to be an issue for us for the entirety of the game is that the AI units seem to get a lot of free XP. You'll notice when we go into combat that their units are going to tend to be several levels higher than ours, And we're never going to be able to catch up on that. They're just always going to be higher level than us. I don't know why exactly, but it seems to be the case. Alright, well, we're ready. The Tanch will be undefended. It needs to get some more unit construction going. I want to get sewer systems up in as many places as possible, but we also have to... 68. Ah, that sucks. Well, we'll have 2 sewer systems completed, and between the 2 of them, that might be enough to drag our Empire approval value up high. I don't think it's going to get us to the next tier. Let's rebuild. Let's build a sewer here, too. That should push us up to happy, which will be very, very helpful. So the question is, which city? Ranf is not very far from defense. Units can come in from Marion very easily. While down here in Dortmund? Is that the name of a region? The mountain, and we can see the region extends this way quite a bit, might prevent reinforcements from getting here in time. In addition, attacking Dortmund is kind of a defensive attack because it prevents Matanch from becoming the front of a war. Well, we don't have to make the decision now. +1 resource on strategic extractor. That's actually really nice for us. That's a positive effect. Do I want to re-outfit everybody in titanium? Because we have enough, right? We only spend 3 resource per. Is that right? Do the staves only cost 3 as well? No, staves cost 5. So it would be 22 to refit this whole group. It's going to be 4 times 3 plus 2 times 5. What's the statistical difference? 9 attack, 12 damage, versus 20 attack, 22 damage. Yeah, it's a lot. The amount of health from each is the same. These give 24 initiative, but it doesn't matter because our initiative, even with them, is still lower than all the necrophage units. Alright, I'm going to change up the necrophage, the design. Now, there's a case to be made for having 2 sets of designs, for having 1 glass steel and 1 titanium. But the thing I don't like about that is that you can't then easily merge them back into a single design tree, as far as I know. Do we actually want to skip the shields? So the difference between a sword and a one-handed sword and a two-handed sword. 24 attack, 18 damage, versus 32 attack, 22 damage, but also a higher rank of Infantry Slayer. You can see Infantry Slayer here gives us plus 30% damage dealt. Infantry Slayer 3 is plus 40% damage dealt to infantry units. These are more expensive as well. We wouldn't be able to retrofit all of our guys with these right away. But the shield gives us mostly some defense, but also plus extra defense against ranged attacks. I guess they do have ranged weapons. They do have Tedicase, but I'm wondering if maybe going for the two-handers is more sensible. Can I see any of their units right now? Let's... No. So you can see here the benefits of being happy, plus 15% industry. Obviously, we don't get any food benefit. And once we drag the Empire up another couple of points with this sewer, we'll also be getting extra dust and science. So I'm pretty torn, honestly, on what to do with the weapons here. My concern is that we're going to be too slow to take down the necrophage units. Remember, engaging in combat is going to get us diseased. And every turn that the combat goes on after that point, we're going to take more and more damage. So I'm thinking it may be that we want to we want to push the, what do you call it? The damage as hard as possible. So why don't we retrofit all of the stalwarts first? Oh! I wasn't even thinking about this. How much influence are we going to need to declare war? Alright, I'm going to warn him. Issuing a warning will decrease the cost of declaring war over the next couple of turns, and then we have to also move some people onto influence. Jesus. It's possible that I'm taking too long to get control of this center of influence facility. We gotta get on this, because it is causing serious issues. We're not going to be able to buy an empire plan this empire plan phase either, and this is something that's not affecting the AI at all, because they all got to start with so much extra engine stuff in the early game that all of the extra cities that they founded and stuff means they have a ton of extra influence income. Their influence income is being lowered by the center of influence facility like everybody else's, or which is to say like mine. But it's such a small fraction of their influence per turn that it's not crippling them the way it's crippling me. Alright, I am going to go for Dortmund first. We're definitely picking up fire ships. We'll have the ability to build naval units in 4 turns right before we get the fire ship design finished. We need units. We need units very badly. Ah. The pink necrophages just finished attacking and defeating the 10 armies of other empires. So it looks like we're boxed in by the player who's most successfully warring everybody else. Great. Oh, okay. I right-clicked through that error box very quickly. Yeah, this is gonna suck. But we don't have a choice. So let's outfit Peyton Quinn in some gear, because he's probably going to be participating in battle. These cities are so close to the border that the one is going to come into play when fighting the other. Alright, yeah, that's good enough. He's at full health already. I don't have to do anything about that. Let's rush this stalwart, because again, I think that the garrison of Matanch is going to play a role in the attack. Got that prisoner, slaves, and volunteers buyout bonus already. Ooh, look at that. Some null references. Pirate Council.update unique facilities owned. Interesting, so nothing we can really do about that. Pink has also just gotten negotiation tactics, which is a dust boost. So Pink is clearly winning. That bodes pretty ill for us. We don't want to be pressed up against the sea by the guy who's winning the game by a huge margin. Alright, we can't start construction of another unit this turn, but we can start construction of like a burrow or something, which needs to happen anyway. We'll put a turn of build into this, and then we'll start up the guy next. Alright, so we could buy this guy out, but I think what I would rather do is wait and buy out the dude in Matanch. This is the turn. So you can see our warning brought down the cost of war significantly. I'm going to go steal these pearls and put these guys in siege mode. And the siege will be maintained as long as we don't break contact with the city. This is going to be risky. If they bring down a big army from Ranf, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But we can't allow them to just strangle us out of the game. So if we attacked right now, yeah, okay. An attack right here would involve Matanch, so we can stay right here. Actually, I'm going to move a little bit north. This gives us a better angle of retreat, should we have to retreat. Yeah, and battle with both of these hexes still includes the city. Alright. So the Empire is now happy. We're doing okay. 104. Remember, Dearth of Dust is really kicking our asses. Once Dearth of Dust runs out, we're going to be in a much better position. Oh, there's also a dust accumulator facility up now, which is also leeching our income. Our income is high enough. Our dust income is high enough that it's not going to break our backs or anything. Right, Lord Peyton Quinn has become higher level. We are not going to be able to have an Empire plan this phase, which is a shame. Okay, but Dearth of Dust ended. Oh, this doesn't... yeah. The notification doesn't go away naturally if you don't actually assign an Empire plan. Alright, we'll start up on Empire... Damn it. Damn it, Green. Yeah, the notification for Empire Plan doesn't go away naturally if you just start up the Null Plan. This is going to be potentially bad for us. We can hope, and it may be the case, that Pink is too distracted by their other wars to devote much attention to us. We don't know what their north or east flank look like, so... Alright, here it comes. They're going to come out of the city to get us this turn because next turn the city will have 0 fortification. Alright, so we have 8 units and 2 heroes. Sorry, 10 units and 2 heroes, because the militia in the city will be a part of it. Really, they attacked us with a single forager? Oh, because the rest of the units are settlers. This is a thing that, it seems to me that the necrophages do it more than everybody else. This, like, huge amount of settlers that they build. Alright. So this should actually be a pretty easy fight. I really don't like the Dust Bishops being in front. Can we please not do that? Where's my hero? Oh. That's actually not a bad position for him. There's no forest tiles, realistically, for him to take advantage of. We could start him down here and reorient our units so that we try to drag the battle down toward the forest, but I think we're just not going to be able to take advantage of this forest rage, and we're going to have to deal with that. Do I actually want him to... Maybe I want to direct a little bit more attention to him, if possible, because he heals naturally and because he won't die. Unless the whole battle goes south. Yeah, I think I'd rather have him eat some of this attrition damage. Alright, so we should flatten the these guys pretty easily then. I think we may have over-prepared, honestly. Plus, I do think the stalwarts look super cool. You can see that was the that's the first time one of our units has started the turn with the disease on, but we're going to be bleeding a fair amount of health over the course of this thing here. Aww. The life siphon heals for a percentage of the damage dealt, so when the Dust Bishops deal 0, they also heal 0. Ugh, the gross chittering noises, and if you're not familiar with Warhammer 40k, I know I made reference to this feeling like a Tyranid planet. If you're familiar with StarCraft, the Tyranid are the Zerg. In fact, Zerg and Tyranid are so close together that when Blizzard released StarCraft, based on both the similarities between the Tyranid and the Zerg, and the similarities between the Eldar and the Protoss, Games Workshop was able to sue Blizzard successfully enough that Blizzard elected to settle out of court rather than go to court on it. Okay, well that was remarkably easy. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I think we push our advantage. The question is just, do we push our advantage to the east or to the north? I'd prefer to have the territory to the north, especially since we need to settle a new region, and Samutia could be that region. But I'm a little concerned with the proximity of this city, making it a little dangerous to leave Dorias undefended, especially since it doesn't have its own garrison or anything. Yeah, let's go for it, and I'm going to heal my units. Alright, what, Ooh, Delvers. Delvers are our ideal assimilate because their assimilation bonus is plus dust per turn. We picked up Ursus. The assimilation bonus for Ursus is building cost reduction, and I think that we're going to assimilate them right now. I've left these guys on influence with the hopes of assimilating, but no, let's not. Let's capture this region, see how many Delver villages there are. Probably we want to save this influence to assimilate the Delvers. And since we have enough influence to assimilate now, I think maybe we should get back on production and stuff. So we do need to build out. I want to get a fire ship out quickly. Yeah, quickly enough that we'll buy it. Because I want to get the quest from these guys before Green does. Sorry, before Green takes over the fortress by force, because they're not going to be doing any questing. Alright, let's see if this city's a little bit more prepared. This city is on the front with red, so it may be that pink has had to be more prepared here. Really, I can't see the flag of this city? Are you kidding me? Oh, there's a cliff here. Alright, all of our cities finished what they were doing at the same time. We should probably build the altar. Here's hoping for a not very difficult quest. I do intend to actually fight for the sea, but, you know, one problem at a time, huh? Alright, we gotta rebuild all of these. Alright, apparently we are going to have to get all the way over to this hex before we can see what's up with this city. Or we're never going to get to see what's up with this city because it completed that burrow. Well, I guess put it in the siege mode. Oh, never mind. At home. Now, Matanch has a non-trivial defensive force. A hero with a real weapon and a couple of actual stalwarts. And may be able to ward off a force of settlers? Okay. You'll see his real combat units, though, have improved. 121 attack, 80 damage, and 85 attack, 61 damage. Necrophages get access to the Necrodrone in Era 1, and as soon as they have the Necrodrone, they are a significant military power. Foragers are fine. Their base unit. It's a totally fine unit. And Necrodrones are active, like really actually very, very good. So I'm a little concerned. I think it's right to pull back. Maybe I'm not worried enough. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled back. I don't know what to think here. Okay, and the city can't build a burrow while it's being sieged. I can't really build much of anything right now. Alright, let's Let's make... No, not you. Let's make a new stalwart design. Something that we can just pump out to add a little bit of beef to cities. Using the latest designs that don't require any strategics. Actually, I mean, we can just put them in glass steel. Yeah. This is not how I wanted to do things. Would it be better to swap the stalwart design back to glass steel for a while? And just not update the existing stalwarts? Because that way the units that are here are a little easier to retrofit back into the main army. Yeah, okay. I think that's sensible. Alright, Dorius is already almost like the best city in our empire, capable of producing a stalwart in 6 turns while at very low approval rating. Okay, we need dust. What happened to all my dust? Military upkeep is a big part of it. Alright, I think we're actually going to go... Stop running. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna auto-resolve this. Okay, we did finish the quest. We got the blood crystal. 20 blood crystals, not a booster anymore. That's right, we have another city. Okay, somebody built a guardian. I'd put my money on it being pink. Alright. Let's see. All we have to do is not lose. We don't even have to win. We just have to not lose. We have 77 points of fortification. We have 3 real units to their 3 real units. We should be able to do this. The battle predictor is not does not feel very sanguine on our chances, but I think we should be able to do this. So I'm actually going to swap this unit forward. We want our front to be made up of these guys. We don't really get to choose targets at all. I'm assuming that the Necrodrone, yeah, 101 defense. Well, actually, they have very similar defenses. The units that get a choice of target should try to target the Necro, or the Foragers, which are going to be slightly easier to kill. Alright, if we can just get 1 or 2 of these guys down... Okay. And our defense is high enough that they're not guaranteed real damage on their attacks. Okay, yeah, actually we're doing really well here. We're gonna lose that unit though. Oh no, I didn't specify the hero's orders correctly. Really, 0 damage. Guys, come on. Come on. Nope, we can't kill him this turn. Okay, so this stalwart's dead. Even if he doesn't get attacked. Oh no, actually, he did have to get attacked. I thought he was going to die from the disease damage. Alright, well that hurt. But we only lost 1 real unit, and it actually got us a level on Lord Peyton Quinn. He doesn't even have anything to mine, so that skill's a little bit less than optimal here, but keep in mind, of course, we will be revealing more resources as the game goes on. Could be relevant for those. Alright, yeah, we may as well buy out. This is the last stalwart that we were building with titanium. So I'm not nearly as afraid of pink as I once was. They have some questionable composition. Talk with 5 other fortresses. Ah, that's a bummer. That's basically not going to be doable. At this point, so many of the other fortresses are already going to be player-controlled that parley is not really an option. Alright. It looks like we can attack the city from here. Oh. Really, the the fortress had 2 units in it. It spawned an extra unit in its garrison, and it spawned a 3-unit navy. Well, obviously we don't have the ability to fight them. And they're going to chase us successfully to the ends of the earth. So this fire ship is dead. But he can search this ruin on his way out and maybe get us some value. So I think we want to not really move these units forward very much. We want to keep a functional garrison. Actually, the citizens in this city could be pumping out dust for us. Let's do that. Alright. I'd feel a lot more comfortable attacking. Go get that Uro finally. Or go get that anomaly finally. Plus, everything we build here, we're grabbing more and more river spaces, which is part of why we're adding so much dust every time we move. Or every time we build a new borough. We're going to need to purchase population in this city and push it to triangle as quickly as possible. Okay, open wounds is purely beneficial to us. Sorry, that's not true. It does prevent our hero from healing, but it has no effect on our ability to buy health with dust. Speaking of which, that's something I should remember to do here, because I will forget. Oh. The neutral army veered off of us, which makes me think they might be distracted by something else. Maybe they see one of Green's navies and they've decided that they'd rather kill that. Okay. Pink did take Samuntia. I'm not too worried about it. After we take Huntor from them, we can start sweeping back around. See quite a lot of adamantium. Yeah, it seems like this neutral army is, this neutral navy is maybe more interested in fighting Green, which is a blessing. Okay, so we found 3 new sources of adamantium, in addition to the fact that Dorius already had a functioning adamantium mine. Oh, sorry, I think the source in Dorius was one of the ones on that list, I think. Okay, that's cool. So we need to, obviously, get smelting tech up and then get uncommon alloys right after. Well, this seems like a fine time to attack these guys. They're out of position. Okay, and this gives me a clear indication of what we're looking at in Hunter. So these guys are Forager 2 and Necrodrone 2. These guys are old designs, and this should be a stomp. These are modern designs. In fact, this is a Necrodrone 5, 120 damage with 232 attack. So that's an issue. But it's good to catch them when there's small numbers. So hopefully those guys will come in as reinforcements. It's going to make our life much easier if they do. The game is really dedicated to the idea that my Dust Bishops should be in front. Well, actually, let's not put them this far back, though. Another aspect of the disease, we should talk about real quickly, is that if a unit with the disease dies, it pulses the disease debuff out onto all adjacent units. The necrophages themselves are, of course, immune to disease, but if they bring minor faction units into battle, those minor faction units will all often get the disease just through proximity to my units. So that's something to be aware of. Necrophage don't play particularly well. Okay, they did bring in the big ones. Yeah, the necrophages don't play particularly well with their minor factions. So I think we actually do want to try to focus down the low-level ones? No, maybe not. Yeah, let's try to kill the high-level ones. Oh no, he's straight for the dust. That dust bishop is dead. This one will possibly survive. Okay, I think we're going to be leaving the glass steel crossbow on our hero because he actually is getting enough speed out of it that it matters a little bit. Alright, and they brought in the militia from the city as well. Oh, interesting that he changed targets. Well, we're probably going to lose both of our dust bishops because I don't think we can stop this necro drone from rampaging all over them. Okay, everybody focus on the high-level necro drone. He is the only target. Jesus, he does so much damage. This is a real problem. He's abusing the cliffs because he can fly. Also, these militia are doing really a lot of damage. Like, they definitely should not be doing that much damage. Something's up. 147 attack, huh? I don't know what to say about that other than I disagree. Yeah, this cliff is killing us. They just hit me for 76? Wow. Okay, we just lost this battle because these militia are better units than our actual combat units. What happened? That's really, like, very fishy. Okay, well, we have to rebuild and push as quickly as possible because, remember, open wounds is up right now. The necrophage units will not heal. So how much is it going to take to buy this guy back? 260? Okay, we can do it next turn. Yeah, their militia gained a huge amount of stats between the battle for Doris and the battle for this. Okay, let's buy back Temok Rayan and assign him to this army. And this is why we were building troops, because I want to be able to quickly reinforce if something like that occurs. Alright, well, there's no point in bringing in Dust Bishops if they have units that can do that kind of damage to them. We're going to stick to Stalwarts until we have access to slightly better armor. Get this city built out properly. Let's have a look around. What is this? What faction is this? Boss. Okay. At least we can look for more ruins with our fire ship. Yeah, his units aren't going to regenerate, and our units, I don't know. We're in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna change the design back. We can fix one of these guys. We have enough, Oh, only one of them wasn't on titanium already. Well, I can't attack. So Hunter has, like, a huge amount of fortification. And all of the sieging we did earlier did not actually get it very low. That's a shame. My plan was sort of based on the idea of attacking quickly there. Come on, hurry up and complete. We have managed to wrestle one city away from them. And we held against their initial counter push, but they didn't bring any heroes or anything. Like, they clearly did not devote very much effort to that. And I can't even attack, like, having trouble speaking. Ordinarily, this situation wouldn't be that bad. You could attack, and it's like, oh, well, it's militia, whatever, they have some fortification, we'll just punch through. But their militia are apparently terrifying. I don't think this group of units beats 2 of their militia with 106 fortification. Alright. We can move over to here without breaking the siege, as long as we stay adjacent to the city. You can siege uphill, you just can't initiate the attack uphill. Okay, so Samuntia has Palladian, and also spices, which are pretty irrelevant to us. We're still 4 turns off of the smelting station. Our economy's in a pretty good place, but we have to not lose this war for it to matter. Yeah, so that's the remaining Necro drones. I will break the siege to grab these guys out of position. Alright, we get what's in Doris. So, they have 3 move and flying. We can start back far enough this time, I think. No, we can't. The militia coming in will provide them a target no matter what. So I guess we should just be in fighting position. We do not have to put our archer in fighting position, though. Okay, they're not bringing in reinforcements. This will let us get on the necrophages quickly. This guy's going to do huge amounts of damage. So even though the other dude is low enough that we could probably take him down quickly, I really want to focus in on the developed unit. 179. And we're not going to be able to do damage to him. He's 100 and... free counter and sweep strike back. Oh my god. And he always does damage at half when he attacks. Literally always. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that is insane. It is crazy that went that poorly. Ugh. Alright, yeah, that marks the end of our ability to fight Pink. If he has guys like that, we actually can't fight him. So here's my hope. My hope is that we can take Hontor quickly and sue for peace, based on the fact that he lost 2 cities. We can't end the war without taking Hontor, at least, I think. And we can't continue fighting it. I think both of those things are true. Alright, so let's swap the stalwart design back. If we have to stop fighting him with only 4 cities, that's pretty bad for us. That's right, I need to do this. But his units have climbed a tech tier, and we haven't yet. We need time to get up there. His Guardian might attack that city by himself. I'm a little concerned. Do we have to attack Hontor now? If we take Hontor, I think we might be able to get peace out of him. Oh, except that we don't have any influence. So we won't be able to pay for the peace deal. And we're going to need a lot, right? Because what is our peace deal probably going to look like? It's going to be truce plus we have to pay. Okay, it's not going to be that expensive. He's not going to take peace. If we take this city... Man. Alright, we have to hope that taking this city is enough. Matanch needs to rush its unit out. We're unhappy. I really want to save influence for these dudes. I think we have to attack this turn, regardless of the state of his militia, because he's going to have time to reinforce otherwise. His militia hits so hard. Alright, let's do it. Okay, we've met Blue. Blue's running around with a full-sized army in Red's land. Probably Blue and Red are not the best of friends. Alright, we actually have very little recourse here. There are forests, but I don't know that we necessarily want to stand in one, because they're kind of inconveniently placed. I mean, we might be better off just taking advantage of the high ground. I believe this tile is one... Yeah, this tile is on the same height as these two, so this tile is above both of these guys, which means we'll get the high ground bonus. Please focus. And you'll notice that the militia have disease immunity, but not disease. Because the necrophage don't need to have super awesome militia on top of it. 81 damage, Christ. Yeah, wow, we actually can't... Ooh. We actually can't beat their militia in a fight where we outnumber them. We can't beat their militia. The fact that they're always getting full damage against us really hurts. That's sort of like the thing of stalwarts, is that they're supposed to have high enough defense for that not to be the case. Okay, so I think we lose this game. If we lose this army here, we can no longer threaten Pink. They're going to, because they have a huge amount of territory above and beyond what we have, they're going to continue to get stronger at a faster rate than we are. So they're ahead of us, and they'll keep pulling away. So, given that the game is, I really do believe, like, losing the ability to take this city is the end of the game for us. So let's reload the save, and I guess we're just going to have to sit on this city, keep it sieged, and I'm curious whether we could hold the city for a little while we run reinforcements over, and maybe be able to defeat his 2 militia. I don't actually know what it is that scales the cost of militia, or what scales the stats of militia. I mean, I assume it's, you know... Oh, I see what's happening. Blue's bringing this army over to threaten us. That is a, the AI will pick off your forces while you're fighting other AI sometimes. I see it as a moment of weakness for you, which is not wrong. So let's just see if we could have held. But honestly, I think we lose. Like, we're caged up too effectively, and we can't fight our way out of it. I was pretty confident when we took Doris, but it's not totally over. It's still possible that we could get Smelting Station online, get Uncommon Alloys online, and somehow be able to pull out of the nosedive by moving it once our units have moved up to the Adamantine Palladian tier. But I think that we do have to be able to take, like, we can't attack this city and lose all our units, because that'll mean we have no standing army and no way to get Pink to call off the war for a few turns. But we're not gonna scoop out. I'm gonna actually, you know, make them finish it, but we're probably done. We're probably over. The game is probably over. Roth Kalor also can build more units. Like, we gotta just sort of run guys to the east. This would be a little bit easier if we'd had time to build roads. We've got a little bit of time before peace talks become a feasible concern, so I guess we can move these guys back off of influence. Trying to be in a place where it's more inconvenient for blue to attack me. I don't know what this guy's doing. Oh, we see pink units. I don't know what they're doing either. Ah, they're pillaging my stuff. Okay, I don't really care about that, actually. Okay, this is a Necrodrone 5, so that's pretty scary. Yeah, those guys do a stupid amount of damage. We're 7 turns off of uncommon alloys? Ooh. Maybe we need to reassign some people to science. Like, can we get this down a couple of turns? Because we're actually in a really bad shape. The Empire's unhappy right now, right? Yeah, okay, ooh. We have enough die to boost us into content. That took another turn off. Well, 5 turns is bad, but I don't think we're going to be able to get it too much lower without crippling our economy, which we need to buy soldiers. I felt like we had such a promising start, but man, being completely walled in by the necrophages hurt a lot. Okay, for some reason the... Oh, right, the city garrison is sieged. Makes it not able to participate in outside combat. Alright, well, we'll win this. But to be perfectly honest, I think it's likely that we will lose a unit. Alright, so let's keep the hero... back here, I guess. Yeah, his units are so much more powerful than mine. I think there's a very good chance that the best case scenario here is we lose 1 unit to his 1 unit. But I think it may actually end up being worse than that. So he has sweep strike back. He doesn't have circular attack. So we want to try to position in such a way that we take maximum advantage. No, if I do this, he's just gonna... We can't fight him near cliffs. Yeah, let's do this. My concern is just that, like, as a flying unit, he can fight up and down cliffs and we can't. So we have to be very careful about how we position ourselves. 119 is his base damage. And then he deals damage and a half on the sweep strike back. Yeah, the fact that Pink got the legendary deed giving them free counter really hurt us. He's gonna kill all of my units with a single Necrodrone. Jesus. Okay. You remember what I said about how we maybe still had an in? No. That was it. I assume he's not even kind of interested in peace. Yeah, because he has a very, very clear, very huge advantage. Yeah, okay, that's probably the game, huh? How can we get back into this? If he doesn't attack at all for 4 more turns, and we can retrofit our guys with some weapons that actually do something. Hey, I'm trying to click on this unit here. Right, because what's his... He's got 102 defense. We have 55 attack. I don't actually think that even after we have the next tier of weapons, we're going to be able to do full damage very often. Even full damage. And stalwarts have very low base damage, so full damage wouldn't be sufficient to be threatening in the first place. We need to get our attack high enough that we're doing damage and a half. Sometimes, at least. We can pull the Hernas, but plus 15% attack... plus 15% attack might be good enough? We'll have to see. Unfortunately, this is where we're going to have to call this episode. I pushed it a little bit, but in the hopes that we could finish taking Hontor. You can see he's building tons of districts in all of his cities because his economy is better than ours because he has so much more stuff. Yeah, and we just got cornered. Maybe I needed to be more aggressive with my early settles. Like, Matanch was pretty aggressive, but I need to build the second settler earlier and take Ranf to have hope of holding these areas. Yeah. Alright, we're going to have to call this episode here. Come back next time. For the start of the next episode, we will be attempting to hold out in this game, but I think it's extremely likely that we'll be starting a new game under these conditions during the next episode. And we're just going to have to not get cornered by the player who, by sheer blind luck, happens to also be the dominant player. And we'll see you then.